Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about staying motivated. Kind of like I'm trying to do when the rain is coming down and I'm supposed to make a YouTube video. Meanwhile, it was sunny when I left the house and now it's raining. What the hell? Mountain. So somebody just asked me about how to stay motivated when maybe they're a bit older, they're not necessarily training to become Mr. Olympia, or maybe you're just getting over an injury, or maybe you're going through this insanity bullshit called the lockdown and whatever crap is going on with this political maneuvering of idiots in government and whatever. So maybe you're dealing with all this kind of crap and you're having a hard time feeling motivated, a hard time feeling like, is there any purpose to training? Like, what's the point, right? And the thing that I've learned is the best thing you can do is to change the parameters or the reasons why you do what you do. At some point in your life, the reasons why have to gain more depth. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you're a kid or when you're younger and you're training, sometimes it's all about getting some sort of social acceptance. Maybe it's about getting girls or whatever, or maybe just carving out an identity for yourself. But in the end, as you go through this journey of life, you start to realize that there's something even greater about training. There's something even more fulfilling about training than that superficial stuff. So what I've learned is that it's great to turn your attention from just results to the experience of training itself and learn to enjoy that. And I guarantee you, as you pay attention, you will start to realize that you really do just enjoy that. Once you get the goals out of your mind, once you are free from the goals, you'll start to realize there's this really pleasurable experience of just flexing and contracting and relaxing muscles.
Both wearing black like two idiots. Damn ninjas on the pec machine. There he is. And there's his partner right there. It's just adorable. It's just adorable.
That's it. There's just this joyous, amazing, fulfilling experience just from that alone. And I've always found that when you snap into that as your primary foundation of why you train, then training becomes a much more pleasurable experience, and then motivation is not necessary. Then you don't need to basically pump yourself up or really get yourself motivated, because the reason why a lot of people are trying to get themselves motivated is because they're having an unbelievable vision in their mind that they have to achieve, and it takes so much energy to try to achieve that, and they're always reminded about how they're not there yet. And this takes a lot of psychic energy. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of mental and emotional energy for you to constantly be warring with what you are not and what you're trying to become. So instead of doing that, become what you are, own what you are, enjoy what you are fully, and trust that when the flower knows itself, it naturally blooms. You see what I'm saying? It's more about embracing what is instead of trying to make something into what it isn't. That's kind of the foundation of what's corrupted in training, in bodybuilding. It's this weird sort of dichotomy or conflict, really. It's a conflict where people are saying, I love my body, but I want to make it into something different than what it is. I'm saying switch the switch, flick the switch. Change it from, I don't like my body, change it to, I love this experience of this body and I enjoy it so much that stuff just naturally happens as I move it around. And that is a massive power play for you to enjoy your training and also get more results. And there'll be results that may be different than when you're younger, or maybe they're different than before the injury that you had. But at the same time, the result is still the joy of life, and it's the joy of this vitality that emerges within you. And you start to play in this game called physicality, right? And a lot of times I also find that people say, hey, I'm getting older, so I don't have as much results and stuff. Sometimes it's because there are certain things you've been doing that are not necessarily working for you for a long period of time, and it takes a while for that to produce the results, such as malnutrition, which is why you see me eating organ meats all the time. I'm eating, trachea cartilage, which is great for overall healing. There's a lot of studies that support that. I'm eating the beef organs, I'm eating the bone marrow. And the reason why I'm doing it in supplement form is not just because the company helps support this channel, but also because I believe in taking these supplements over time, how it will help nourish my body. Hey, you want some of this? Hey, you want some of this? Hey, you want some? Now, of course, I'm also eating beef heart from the butcher. I'm also eating beef liver. So I'm trying to find out where are the weak links in my nutrition and in my lifestyle choices over the last 10 or 15 years that might have contributed to, say, something that is lacking in my overall health and vitality now, you see? So don't give up on the journey just because you're a certain age. Sometimes age is not really age. Sometimes age is just a point in time where you did a bunch of stuff to get to that point in time, but it doesn't mean that age is a death sentence. It doesn't mean that, oh, okay, you're 40 or you're 35 or you're 55, then you can't get results. I just want to plainly state right now that I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. It just means that there are certain fuel reserves that you might need to top up in order to get more results at this time, or in order to mimic the results you got when you were younger. So it's not all bad, right? Although, I mean, I'm sure there are limitations to age, of course there is, but I don't know if all the limitations you're experiencing right now are truly age limitations. A lot of times they may be just nutritional, or maybe their lifestyle. You know, there could be a lot of different variables that go into that, right? So don't be afraid to experiment, you know? Experiment with liquid magnesium and stuff like that. Experiment with all these things. The bottom line is, if you want to find motivation, develop a deep relationship with now, and then you will also become more aware of what your body needs and what is no longer serving it as well. That could go for range of motion. It could go for certain diet choices or certain foods that you're eating that aren't working for you. So it all begins with relationship. So I find a lot of people, they begin this paradigm of rejecting the physicality, rejecting their body, rejecting the relationship, and then somehow they think that they're going to know more about the body. Well, the only way you're going to learn more about the body or know more about yourself is to create a deeper level of intimacy with this moment and this experience right here. How are you experiencing this moment? And the more you enjoy it, the deeper it goes. And that's all I have to say about that. Deep thoughts from the mountain. So I hope this helps you out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com, and thanks to the Patreon supporters, and take care for now. Mountain.
Gallant! Gallant!